Good morning, children. In this video, I'll tell you about the various terms which can be used in order to express the concentration of a solution. When we talk about a solution, obviously, we all know that when we talk about a solution, the solution is made up of a solute generally. This is in general. A solute dissolved in a solvent. Right? A solute dissolved in a solvent. Now, what can be the various terms which can be used to represent the concentration of the solution? The concentration of the So basically the concentration terms which can be used are divided into two categories or two types. One you can say is type 1. There is no such classification, but I am telling it to you to make it simple. And other is type 2. Type 1 is the one which is temperature dependent. Temperature dependent means which changes with change in the temperature. So this is basically temperature dependent. Okay, this is type 1. And the other category is temperature independent. That means it does not depend upon the temperature change. And now, do we have to learn this? Do we need to learn the terms that what are the terms which depend upon temperature? What are the terms which doesn't depend upon temperature? So for this, children, I'll tell you a trick that you don't have to learn that what are the terms which depend upon the temperature. And the one simplest way of expressing the concentration of a solution is grams per liter. Grams per liter, you must have done this in class 9 also. Gram per liter means if suppose 50 gram of NaCl is dissolved in 100 ml of solution. Okay, so how will you express it in gram per liter? You can write 50 upon 100 divided by 1000. Right? So in this way you can express the concentration in the simplest way, and with the help of this simplest concentration term you can reach to other concentration terms also. Now let us see how. So first of all, I am considering the temperature dependent. The first temperature dependent concentration term is molarity, and a very commonly used one. Molarity indicated by capital M. What is this? Now this is actually moles of solute upon volume of solution in liter. We talk about the moles of solute upon volume of solution in liter, or you can say, how can we represent moles? Moles is equal to weight, given weight upon molecular weight, this whole upon volume of solution in liter. So in a way you are again getting the same thing, that is weight is in gram upon volume of solution in liter, right? Upon volume of solution in liter. So and this into molecular weight. So this can be written as gram per liter upon molecular weight. You can see here that molarity can be related to this simplest representation of concentration, that is gram per liter. So when you divide this gram per liter by molecular weight, you get the molarity. Right? And molarity means number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in liter. Right? Now in this case also, children, you can see that volume is involved in the concentration term. Now this is the trick that you need to know. Whenever you see that in any concentration term volume is involved, That means that particular concentration will depend upon temperature. Obviously, the volume undergoes expansion when temperature increases. The volume undergoes contraction when the temperature decreases. So, when the volume will undergo the change with temperature, obviously the concentration will also undergo the change. So, molarity is equal to moles per liter. Okay, in simple language you can say moles per liter, right? Now the second concentration term is normality. Normality is indicated by N, and this is what? This is equal to number of, this capital N is equal to number of gram equivalents of solute, everything of solute in numerator, upon volume of solution in liter. Now number of gram equivalents is equal to weight upon equivalent weight. Okay, weight upon equivalent weight into volume in liter. So this can also be written as gram per liter divided by equivalent weight. Okay, so when you divide the concentration term, simplest concentration term, that is gram per liter with equivalent weight, you get the normality. And when you divide the this gram per liter with molecular weight, you get the molarity. This also includes the volume. So obviously this is also temperature dependent. So this is the second one. And if you want to know in detail about this concentration term normality, you can watch another video which I have uploaded, which is totally to explain this normality, this concentration term. So you can go visit the YouTube video and clear your concept of normality. Now moving on to the third concentration term. The third concentration term, which can be categorized into temperature dependent, is volume by volume percent. I'll tell you what it is. And then fourth is weight by volume percent. In this case also you can see, children, that both the concentration terms include volume. So in this case, children, when you can see that volume is involved, obviously it will be temperature dependent. Okay, now coming to the temperature independent concentration terms. The first one is molality. Okay, molarity is indicated by capital M, M-O-L-A-R-I-T-Y, and this is molality, which is indicated by small m. Okay, now molality is equal to, the small m is equal to moles of solute in gram upon weight of solvent in kg. Now can you see any volume involvement here? No. That is why it is temperature independent. And this is the only concentration term, where you will see that weight of solvent is used in denominator. Rest in all the cases you will see that volume of solution is used in the denominator. The second category can be mole fraction. Now what is mole fraction? Mole fraction means, if you suppose you prepare a binary solution. Binary solution means having two components, a solution made up of two components, suppose A and B, and you have to find out the mole fraction of A. How will you express it? It is represented as XA, which is equal to total moles of A out of total moles of both the solutes or both the components, that is A plus B. In other words, you can say XA is equal to Na upon Na plus Nb, and XB is equal to, X indicates the mole fraction, is equal to Nb upon Na plus Nb. So fraction means Obviously this term means we are talking about the fraction of anything, and when you have to find out the fraction of your marks, how do you find out? The obtained marks upon total marks. Similarly, if you have to find out the fraction of A in the total solution, what will you do? The fraction of moles of A, that is moles of A upon total moles present in the solution. Similarly, you will do it for B. I took a binary solution, for example. It can be a ternary or quaternary, any solution, and so the only change that you will observe is to add that particular component in the total number of moles. That's it. If suppose it is made up of 3 components, then it will become Na plus Nb plus Nc. That's it. So these are the important concentration terms. One more I'll include here. The third is weight by weight percent. Weight by weight percent. Okay, in these you cannot find volume anywhere. That is why they are temperature independent concentration terms. They will not depend upon the temperature because it does not include volume anywhere, whereas in these concentration terms you can see that volume is involved. Now if you want, you can write down this in proper formulas. As it is written here, molarity is equal to number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in liter. Molality, small m, this is small m, is equal to number of moles of solute upon mass of solvent in kg. Normality, that is capital N, is equal to number of gram equivalents of solute upon volume of solution in liter. So in case you have any doubt in normality, even after watching that video, you can come to me. You can message me and ask your doubt. Now see in more detail. If suppose a question, in some question the language is x molar solution, what does it indicate? X molar means the x moles of solute is present in 1 liter of solution. If suppose the solution is 1 molar, that means 1 mole of solute is present in 1 liter of solution or 1000 ml of solution. Now, if the question is 49 gram of H2SO4, okay, suppose the question is given 49 gram of H2SO4 is dissolved in 100 ml solution, find its molarity. How will you find it out? You will first of all find out the number of moles, which is equal to given weight upon molecular weight upon the volume of solution in liter, which will be 100 upon 1000. So, on calculating this, you will get the molarity. Okay, and x molar means what? It means x mole of solute in 1 kg or 1000 gram of solvent. So just remember this, children. This is the only concentration term, molality, where the weight of solvent is considered in the denominator. 2 molar NaCl in 5 kg water is present. This is also a question in short. Find out the moles. 2 molar means molality is given. Moles of NaCl upon, this is what, 5 kg, which is already in kg. So the answer will be 10 moles of NaCl. Other concentration terms are weight by weight, weight by volume, volume by volume. Now what does this means? X percent weight by weight means x gram of solute is present in 100 gram solution. Okay, and x grams weight by volume means x gram solute is present in 100 ml of solution. Weight by weight means the weight of solute is taken and weight of solution is also taken. It is constant, 100 gram. And x weight by volume means x gram of solute in 100 ml of solution. And V by V means x ml of solute present in 100 ml solution. Right? So you need to remember these. X, like if suppose the question is 10% weight by weight, what does it mean? 10 gram of solute present in 100 gram of solution. So if suppose the question is mentioned here, 49% weight by volume H2SO4 is given, density of the solution is 1.2 gram per ml. You have to find out molarity and molality both. You can pause the video, try solving the question on your own, and then you can compare. So here is the solution. Molarity, first of all, what is the information that you are going to get from this? 49% W by V means that 49 gram of solute. 49 gram of solute is present in 100 ml solution. So this is the information that we have from this concentration term. Density is given, solution's density is given, and molarity you have to find out. For molarity, what do? We divide moles by the volume, right? We have both. The weight is 49 gram, volume is 100 ml. So we have substituted the values and you will reach to the answer. Now for molality, you need to have what? You need to have the weight of the solvent. We have the volume of the solution, we have the density of the solution. So by using these two, and the formula of the density is mass upon volume, you can reach to the mass of the solution, right? So the mass of solution, when you multiply these two, you'll get it as 120 gram. Now you have the mass of the solution as 120 gram and the solute mass is already given to you in the question. You can subtract the mass of solute from it, it will come out to be 71 gram. Now substituting the value here, in this case, on solving this, you can reach to the answer. Here is another question which you can try solving on your own. 5 ml H2SO4 solution is given. Density of the solution is given 1.2 gram per ml. You need to find out molality. The solution is in front of you, but you will use your brain, you will try to solve it and then you can compare. Fine, these questions are not the part of your book. This is just created to make you understand the concept, right? So children, please try to solve this and then let me know whether you have understood or no.